counted up 100, that was all facts. Me and Billy bankroll, seen it all stacked. I fucked your dream girl and never called back. Ain't scared of jail, send me where my dogs at. I got a hall pass, I might fuck your bitch tonight. With a glass of that Diddy, ho, we sippin' white.
Till I can't see straight, throw hands till I hear them sirens. Tears running down my face. God's cry when the sky is falling now. Just might running down for the love of the chase. Just might for the thing for the folks in my watch. Just might catch a case if you lames out of place. Just might grab a case, take it straight to the face. Just might running down for the love of the chase. Just hold on, you got me fucked up. Old land in my veins, what you made of? If you ain't fucking with a nigga saying I don't want to fake love, I don't need no more, but I'm still gon' go for it.
We'll watch one more battle.
Hell yeah.
Kid Twist actually suggested this one. I'm really excited about it. Also on Summer Madness 8 is the fucking man himself making his URL debut. Also, Pat Stay.
Mr. Patrick Stay.
We're gonna do Pat Stay versus ARCANE.
Hell yeah.
Title match from World Dom 4.
So this is an interesting one because I judged this match for real. I gave it to Pat the first time around, which was part of him winning the chain. So let's see if I agree with myself on the... Wow, that was 5 years ago? Jesus Christ. Let's see if I agree with myself on the 5 years later rewatch.
Time flies loud.
Time flies loud, my friend. Time flies loud.
I'll also preface this as I don't really think I did a very good job at this event. I didn't really film it that good, and the audio is very subpar. So apologies on my behalf. This was like the first big stage event that King of the Dot did, and honestly, we just weren't really prepared. Like the venue also, not a fan of this venue.
So more about the venue. So the venue where this was the Opera House in Toronto, and that is like, it's like the heavy metal concert venue. So it's like kind of sketchy. You know what I mean? I'm sure their setup there for you wasn't the best.
They weren't the most accommodating, I'll say.
I can imagine.
But yeah, let's get into it. ARCANE versus Pat Stay. A little background on this battle. You know, like ARCANE won the Grand Prix the first time. Some controversial wins, beating Lopeshi, and then beat Thesaurus to win the chain the first time.
That's right. Yeah.
Then he lost the chain to Bender. He lost the chain to Bender the first time.
Yep.
I was actually gonna watch that with Organic the other day. That's a fire fucking battle. And then ARCANE. This is his, he won the chain from Diz by winning the Grand Prix once again and beating Disaster in a very epic matchup. And then Pat Stay has always been what people, like you're also in this like group too, is like Canada's best.
Right.
People are like the best battle rapper in Canada. Which is crazy that you and Pat have never battled. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, people always say that, but I just like, I don't know, I just never...
Yeah, I know, like, stylistically, like, it doesn't really, like, make sense, but, like, you guys are, like, the dudes, you know?
I think it's also partially the Canadianness. Like, I think if people were like, you're two of the best from America, we'd be like, fuck you, we got to battle. But there are people like, you're two of the best from Canada. We're like, oh, that's nice. We're buddies. Way to go, that's
Pat.
Great. Yeah.
For sure, man. But yeah, Pat was one of the dudes that people are always like, why don't you go after the chain? Even Drake asked Pat Stay.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the. I mean, this is the way I've heard Pat tell the story is part of the reason why he agreed to go for the chain was because Drake like personally asked him to battle for the chain. So he was like, oh shit, well I can't say no to that. So
and Drake also helped out this event a lot. He booked a couple battles and helped out financially. Shout out Drake. Awesome individual. And yeah, this is his first shot at the chain, and yeah, let's see what happens.
All right.
You didn't battle at this event.
No, yeah, I was only judging. This is when I was on my break from battling.
Yeah, okay.
So I had battled
World Dom 3. You battled the
I battled right?
Yeah,
exactly. And then I had just like completely stepped away from battling, like in all regards, watching battles or anything. Sometimes you have to detox yourself. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can relate.
Yeah, I mean, I've like quit battle rap so many times, and it's like
Yeah.
pathetic. I'm like, I quit battle rap, and then like an event comes out a month later. I'm like, "Ah, okay, I'll film it.
Yeah. So I think, but I went to this whole event like both days, and I think this was like the first event that I had gone to see at all. Because you know, I mean, nowadays there's not that many events per year in Toronto, but at this point there were still like a few.
Yep.
So this is the first one that I've been back to see live, which was a great event to come back to because you know even though the venue wasn't the greatest, it was still cool to see it on the stage because it's like, oh shit, we're like on URL's level now.
Yeah, you're leveling up, and it was like I think close to being sold out, and like you'll see in this crowd shot,
it was packed.
There's a lot of fucking people.
It was really packed. Yeah. So yeah, I had a great time.
Hey yo, King of the Dot, put your money where your mouth is. World Domination 4, we got a motherfucking title match. Toronto, make some noise.
So can you see me? Yeah, I have my I'm looking like Shuffle T with my long hair there. That's me.
That's
me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing like basketball shorts that go to my ankles. What the fuck? The big check, let's go!
Amazing. I love that big check.
Dude, funny story, you know Franco?
Mm-hmm.
So Franco won this battle competition and they gave him a big check and he fucking folded it up and took it to the bank. He tried to cash it.
Oh, man.
Love that guy.
It's just for show, man.
Of course,
you gotta get the real check after.
I got a very special sponsor co-host.
Yo, what up, it's Rage Rugger, my homie Swamp Diesel with me.
It's my very good friend. It's my very good friend, Rage Roshan. Love that guy.
Recoil right now in stores.
Big shout outs to OVO, UBR, Pindad. Notes to self, everyone that's sponsored, Louis Dallas, holding it the fuck down for King of the Dot. You already know what it is. I got my co-host.
Yeah, Gully TK, shout out to OVO, sponsor this whole event. Trevor D, custom jewelry for the chain. You already know what it is. Toronto, y'all ready for the title match?
I can't even keep y'all any longer. I know what the fuck y'all came to see. Championship time, bitch! Challenger, to my left, introduce yourself.
Man, I was very surprised when the camera panned in that direction. It's weird to think of Pat as the challenger.
I know, that is crazy.
Wow.
That is wild.
I think that was well enough. I love you. Two-time Grand Prix champion, the reigning, defending King of the Dot champion. To my right, introduce yourself.
Man, crazy crowd. That's great.
Arcane, you are the champion. You get the choice of who goes first.
All right.
Well, all right. It's on past day. World Domination, King of the Dot. Let's go.
I'm just already
Arcane. That's a hard name.
Greatest opening line in battle rap.
I know,
history.
I love it so much, man.
I was standing behind him. Nameless was beside me. We were just fucking like collapsing on each other. And I was actually like, this looks so bad because we're judges, but I just like can't help myself.
You gotta react, man.
Oh, man.
Arcane's reacting too. Fuck. Man.
You know who you remind me of?
You know who you remind me of? Scarface. You fucking boss.
Fuck yes, man. Pat is one of the best, man. Pat is fucking one of the best.
Absolutely.
You know who you remind me of? Scarface. You fucking boss. When you meet him, makes your heart race. He'll give you that hard shake.
fucking arm breaks. Thug life. You know how he got here? Car chase.
Holy shit! Oh my god! I forgot about give him a hard shake. Fucking arm breaks.
I just love. You know how he got here? Car chase. That was his mode of transportation.
At work.
It's like, yo, Arcane, you taking the car? Only if I'm being chased.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can take
Call
a
the
car.
cops on me right now. Man, that's fire, man.
Oh my god.
I know that opening scheme is like still like my favorite part of like any battle. I love that Arcane.
It's the greatest opening of all. Like it's just so fucking perfect. It's with his name, the rhyme is so perfect.
Yeah.
The like way of roasting him is so perfect.
Yep. And it's funny too, like I hear a lot of Pat Stay and Shuffle T's stuff like that style,
yeah,
you know,
for sure.
like where he's
Absolutely.
like Raptor, like the little dinosaur, and then he'll rhyme dinosaur and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Pat is one of the best, man.
Hey, got here in a car chase. He pulled up front and said, "Hey, what's up?" He said, "Don't get smart, okay?" He burnt cheddar and dodged bullets to get that large chain. But your lines came through bills, so I guess you are king.
Yeah, and then ends it with actually a crazy punchline.
Yeah,
which is
for real.
It's just a great way to cap it off.
Super
you know?
dope. Super fucking dope, man.
Oh man.
What up, Toronto?
He's fucking massive in this.
Yeah.
It's going down. I'm about to roast this old clown in his own hometown. And you say you're the people's champ? Let's do this just to make a point. If y'all want me to represent this country, make some noise.
Fucking shit. He's like already winning the battle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's controlling the narrative, as Ilmac says.
Know what's up. I need that one more time. Ready? Bip. Now hold up. Wait. Skirt. Let me get this straight. Because I don't quite understand. So Costa gave you rhymes. You paid him the money, but it wasn't for the rhymes. You was just helping your man. Now I get it. It's like this hooker I bought the other night.
This was such a fucking good angle, too. Oh, man.
Hey, 10 hours straight she bounced on my dick. Now, I paid her, but I mean, it wasn't for the sex. I was just looking out for the bitch.
Oh, my God.
I was just looking out for the bit.
Fucking amazing.
You're an idiot.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
Pat is so good at fucking just making his opponents, like, look so silly. Like, look so fucking silly. Like, where it's like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And he did it in fucking the battle with Danny, too. He's like, do you believe in a parallel universe? I don't, idiot.
Yeah. I think he's actually gotten even better at it now.
Yeah.
Like, against Danny, it was just like, because to do that to Danny Myers is
For real, yeah.
not easy, but
Yeah.
Pat made it look easy. He's
Yeah.
like, idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an idiot. Stop lying. I talked to you after the battle and you admitted it. You told me he gave you rhymes to the Grand Prix and you agreed you'd split the money if you ended up winning it, which is ironic. Because when you battled Thesaurus, you blamed the exact same shit on him. And you did the exact same shit as him. You fucking hypocrite.
Okay.
Hey, wait.
Do you remember who started the "you fucking hypocrite"?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I think it might have been Jack Shit against me, because Jack Shit said that to me, and I've always been trying to remember if someone said that before him, but I mean that's not like that well known of a battle, but he said it to me a couple times. It was like a recurring theme he had.
Yeah.
And then Holohan said it to him, and because Holohan and Jack Shit was a title match, that was like a pretty well viewed match.
Yeah.
And then it just like took off from there. So I think jack shit might have started
That's
fucking
crazy.
hypocrite against me, which is nuts because it's just like no one remembers that.
Yeah.
But I think that was the earliest occurrence.
Man, that's interesting. Yeah, because like there's a couple things like that. They're like, where did that actually fucking start?
Right, exactly.
But people know it. People are like, you fucking hypocrite.
Right. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. When did you battle with jack shit?
And it was 2009, I guess.
At Blue Moon
At Blue Moon, yeah. Yeah, 2009, it was like, so I did, that year I battled...
Holohan, then Jack
I battled
Shit, right?
Holohan, then Jack Shit, then HFK, then Fresco and Madness, then Dumbfounded. That was my... Oh, and actually Bartone, the Bartone battle was early that year as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking year.
Yep. I mean, it was only 1 minute rounds. It was a lot easier.
still, that's nuts. And that was also in the fucking era that if like you lose one battle, they're like, he's over with.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like I remember when you lost against Holohan, they're like, K-Twist done.
Yeah.
You lost one battle. You know?
Yeah. No, exactly.
You fucking hypocrite! Hey, wait! See, Caustic agreed to give him bars for exchange of the change of the wealth. You PayPal'd him money for those lines because you couldn't make them up yourself. So how the fuck do you deserve the Canadian belt when you can't even win the shit without an American's help?
See, this is a great approach because he's like, there's not that much cleverness to it, but he's just going straight at him, and at this point in time, that's what people wanted to hear. Because keep in mind that he had just won the chain against Diz, and it was so fucking controversial. Because Diz like exposed that shit with him and Caustic, which like to this day I think was blown out to be something more than what it was. But obviously, it's become a very effective angle against Arcane, and Pat was the first one to really get to do it because it didn't come off for Diz the way Diz had kind of planned it. So this is kind of exactly what the crowd wanted to hear, and Pat's just doing it super effectively.
For real, it's like the one thing everybody wants to have said to this guy, and he's like saying it the best way possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel it already?
I'm standing beside Holohan. I completely forgot I was standing beside Holohan for this battle. That's so good. Look at the contrast between me with the long hair and Holohan. That's amazing.
Hey, he's a coward. He knows it. It's been average for years, and all of a sudden now he's the dopest. All these punchlines coming from nowhere? Shit was obvious. How did we notice? His own boy told me he's had a team of writers for half his opponents. So at the end of the day, yeah, shit's dope, but how do we know who actually wrote it? Yo, I'm the man for the throne. The champ gotta go. His name's Kane because he don't stand a chance on his own.
Fucking awesome.
What I like about that is like he could have said his name's Kane because he can't stand on his own, which would in a way would have like made more sense with what the double entendre was. But I like that he didn't do that. Like I think Pat makes good choices like that, where it's like he doesn't overcomplicate the line, but he says it in a way that isn't completely obvious, but still makes sense and sounds super cool. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Let him add in a little extra because he don't stand a chance on his own. Like he added in a little extra syllable with the dance, and like it sounded super good. It wasn't exactly what you expected.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
that's a good point, man. Yeah, he's such a good writer and also a good performer too.
Right,
it's like he performed the shit out of that.
Yeah, and he clearly writes to his performance.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, and fooling me is just something you can't do because you got 2 chains, but nothing you say is true.
I remember, I mean, it doesn't kind of hit as hard now because 2 Chainz isn't as big anymore, but that was a fucking insane line at the time that he said it.
Shout out 2 Chainz. I still fucks with 2 Chainz.
Hell yeah.
Get it.
Hey, look, hey guys, yo. Look, he mad right now.
He mad right now started with Holohan, right? His battle with Holohan.
Yeah, that's right. Because he wants to say the N-word so bad right now. That was the original.
So good.
Yeah.
to log into PayPal right now.
Oh, man.
Hey, he wants to get the mobile app so bad.
It's funny to be laughing while watching myself laugh.
On his smartphone texting Cossack, yo, let me cop some bars, bro. Cossack sent him such a dope line, he texted him back, Don DeMarco. Check it out. Hey, fuck that, though. I ain't sweating that. The chain is mine. If I lose, he's getting jacked. I'll snatch his chain so fast it'll decapitate his ass, then I'll rock it with his fucking head attached. Yo, this fraud can't step the pad. After this battle, they gon' forget his ass faster than a second flat, like I flashed him with the gadget from Men in Black.
Oh, man. Yeah, he just, like, he presents things so well with his rhyme schemes. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, rocket
and, like,
chain with his head attached.
And he finds, like, such good rhymes, like, how do we run this back? Oh,
J,
okay.
So fast it'll decapitate his ass, then I'll rock it with his fucking head attached. Yo, this fraud can't step the pad. After this battle, they gon' forget his ass faster than a second flat, like I flashed him with the gadget from Men in Black.
Yeah, so it's just like forget his ass, second flat, Men in Black. It's just like it all goes together so perfectly and flows naturally.
He's hella good at multi-stacking.
Yeah, man.
So good at it, man. I think he has like a mind that he just kind of thinks like that, because I remember a hella long ago, you know, when he was battling Thesaurus, and he said like he did the whole menu order thing, and it's basically like take a large shake with a bar bake, and he was just basically multi-stacking like crazy. Right. And then he's like, to go with a Coke.
Right.
But he fucking freestyled that on like some chat room hella long ago, just fucking around. He's like, yeah, you would say this, and I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Your mind just like works like that, you know,
that's
like
wild.
QP's mind works in schemes.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
So yeah, he's like no other, man.
Insane.
These long rounds were gonna fuck me up and I'd have to adapt to the change, dog. This is my shit. You just brought back the wrath I had from back in the day. I caused impact with the strength to shake the earth and crash a plane. I'm Pat Stay. I'll wrap my way around a 1,000-pound rattlesnake.
The reason why you heard people shouting that with him is that was a line that he used against an opponent like years before this in the Elements League.
Oh, word?
One of his original Elements League battles against, I forget the guy's actual name, but the guy he called Gary.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I can wrap my way around a 1,000-pound rattlesnake. So when he said, like, you just brought back my hunger from back in the day, the actual punchline was a reference to an old battle.
Yeah.
And that's why people who knew that shouted the line with him.
That was used in a trailer, and I love that whole, like, visual painting. It was so fucking tight. Plus how fucking big he is. Like, he sells the shit out of it. I fucking love that scheme. But I think I thought somebody brought it up, like that they battled, and they're like, "Why do you want to?" Oh, Big K is like, "Why do you want to wrap yourself around a rattlesnake, sir?" He's like, "You're in some weird shit."
This is my shit. You just brought back the wrath I had from back in the day. I caused impact with the strength to shake the earth and crash a plane. I'm Pat Stay. I'll wrap my way around a 1,000-pound rattlesnake. The chain is mine.
I fucking love that he ended it like that. I don't know why I like that so much, but it just goes, the chain is mine! And he doesn't rap anything that's like such a fucking like Mortal Kombat, like wrestling.
Fatality.
I don't know. I remember when he said that, I like literally got fucking goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. So fucking tight, man.
Take the earth and crash a plane. I'm Pat Stay. I'll wrap my way around a 1,000-pound rattlesnake. The chain is mine!
Wow. Incredible verse. Absolutely incredible verse.
There we go.
That was great.
Yeah. But, oh my God, his little afterwards.
Yeah.
There we go. Look, since you want to talk about that Grand Prix, first off, ain't nobody ever.
He actually did not talk about the Grand Prix.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He talked about the Ghost Riding ship. You're right. Yeah.
Consider Cheddar my equal, and we all know you and Hollow.
Oh my God. Yes, I remember this. Fuck yes.
I don't know what's about to happen,
this.
so yeah, I'm excited now.
First off, ain't nobody ever considered Cheddar my equal. And we all know you and Hollow Hand share bars, so which is the lesser of evils? I already proved in that whole tournament all my weapons is lethal, and all Caustic proved is he's a desperate, deceitful, treacherous weasel.
Oh, desperate, deceitful, treacherous weasel. Yes. Desperate,
I love that so much.
Treacherous weasel.
Dude, he's like, fucking okay. They're going to talk about the Grand Prix,
Yeah.
all right? Desperate, deceitful, treacherous weasel.
It's a good rhyme, actually.
Yeah,
I like
it is
the
a
rhyme.
good scheme, but I'm like, man, there's like nothing. Also, it's kind of funny. His shirt makes it looks like the end of that chain, kind of. It looks like he's like rocking the King of the Dot chain that gave to Poor Rich.
Right.
Hindsight is 20/20. So looking back now, I see things perfect. My last battle, I was rocking the 3 rings. It turned into a 3-ring circus. Well, I ain't got time for clowns. Instead, I crafted these 3 verses to shine some light on the dark side that lies beneath P's surface. See,
that's fine.
He's nervous. So why is this sucker trying to claim he a boss when all you do is promo battles because you scared of taking a loss? I hit target.
Remember when doing promo battles was something that could be an angle?
Yeah, I know, totally. You didn't want this judged. It was like,
yo, I hit targets with large caliber, stock silencers, snipe yo shit. You dodge challengers like a Chrysler whip. So
that was fucking crazy. You dodge challengers like a Chrysler whip.
That's pretty crazy.
Actually fire.
That's pretty crazy. Hell yeah.
Okay, it has bars.
Yeah.
Yo, check it out. So that's why I ain't stepping this ring to talk about those weapons I bring. Nah, this a chess game. Y'all just pawns in the rest of my scheme. Your white knight can only take the L. If you check what I mean, we all seen him make crooked moves, dodging bishop, trying to get to the king.
I mean, that's a good scheme.
That's crazy.
It's a good scheme.
That's fucking crazy.
What I like about his schemes is he doesn't like he doesn't word things in a crazy way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he doesn't. There were no reaches in there.
Yep.
It's like making crooked. We see with
it's
Bishop
like
make
super
crooked
just
moves
what
to
it
get to the
is.
king. It's like the Bishop makes crooked moves.
Yeah,
like it all works perfectly.
Yeah,
you know?
for real. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So if you wanna put me on trial, launch a case and sue me with all this baseless scrutiny, trying to bait and lure me, you can't escape the fury. How you gonna act like Judge Dredd when you dread judges you too scared to face the jury? See, that's why
Hella Canadian accent, double
just
entendres.
when we talked about him not saying words.
How are you gonna make me a liar, Arcane? Come on, man.
Let's go.
Come on, Alex. I thought we were cool.
Let's go.
Fear Pat's name. This a fierce man's game. I already proven over the years most of my peers can't hang. So let's be honest, Pat, you never had the balls to come near that chain until I was the heel coming off the heels of a smear campaign. See, that's why Pat stay in school. He plays it safe. He takes the easiest route. He claims he ain't scared of shit, but I see reasonable doubt. Seems like you scared to do a rap, you won't succeed and get wealth. So how are we supposed to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself?
This was actually a really good angle against Pat at this time because, you know, now he's faced like all the best guys in the world pretty much. But at that time, I'm trying to think of all his battles leading up to this. Did he battle?
He battled Head Ice right before this.
Oh, okay. So he had some bigger battles before.
Yeah, but
this.
it was like the start of that.
Right.
It was like math. He battled math before this actually.
Yeah. So I guess the angle Arcane's taking now probably would have been more relevant if he had did it like a year before.
Yeah.
Pat Stay versus Holohan, like even Holohan says, you can finally bring some pride home to the Nova Scotians because you finally faced a dope opponent.
Yeah.
And it's like that was the big criticism of Pat Stay, is he was only in these, he was fire, but he was only in these really one-sided battles.
HFK, yeah, that's hella correct, actually.
But I think, yeah, you're right that he did battle Math before this, he did battle Head Ice before this, so I think the criticism is less relevant, but he still kind of had that stain on his reputation, so it's still an angle you could take against him, you know?
Homeboy on the left, you!
Yo, I mean, let's be real, Pat. Your career path in battling ain't a safe bet. If you can't have his biggest export, then what's happening with your paycheck? You battle the biggest names, but you only get a fraction of what they get, and you haven't even tried to release a fucking album or a tape yet. Man.
Again, when you can criticize battle rappers for not making music.
At least I got a mixtape.
So lazy and complacent, if you the favorite, this is bias. The way I put these rounds together, crazy as his science. I sling shots that rock him straight between his eyelids. So y'all can witness the slaying of a giant, because this is David versus Goliath.
And like that's really good, you know what I mean? Like everyone's thinking, oh, David versus Goliath, but the slaying of a giant, like that's just a good way to put it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was hella dope. Yeah, I mean, this first round is fucking heavy, man.
Yeah, it's a great round.
A dead man walking. My bars are straight mescaline. You better take medicine. I'm something you ain't never been. Kane is a trained veteran, so keep acting wild. These punches leaving gaps in his smile like Dave Letterman. See, me and you, we not the same specimen. Brethren, is game 7. These rappers is plain feminine. The white boy killing them. I am spitting fire, get your jaw tapped and wired like the 5-0 listening. See, yo, I brought that machete to hack his limbs off. Bare to the bone. Body parts getting thrown to the air because I'm the true heir to the throne. You ain't the genuine article, Pat. You just an embarrassing clone. So when it comes to these King of the Dot chains, I'm wearing them home.
That was actually a really good round from Arcane. I mean, I think Pat certainly won the round. Yeah. But I remember, I'd love to watch my judgment at the end, but I'm quite positive I gave round 1 to Pat, and there was a round that I gave to Pat that I was like afterwards a little bit hesitant about. I don't think it was that round because that was so fucking good from Pat, but I think there's one round in here that might be a little debatable.
I'd be willing to bet it's the second. The second rounds from Pat were the notorious joke rounds,
right?
And it's so funny how things turned out now that those are the best. Like his joke rounds are the fucking best, but back then he still did some kind of like jokes that were like, okay, that's like kind of corny. It's just like,
and I mean,
jokes.
It wasn't even. I mean, we'll see what he's about to say, but from my recollection, it wasn't even the jokes themselves. It was how he presented them.
Yeah,
like I think he just has like he's fine-tuned his showmanship to just present jokes perfectly, and like all the aspects of his performance, and even just how he moves around and like yelling. I was just watching the watch where you guys did Danny Myers versus Pat.
Yeah,
and so I saw someone mention in the chat how it was, or someone mentioned in the comments, I guess, that it was Danny's wife. That's who Pat was yelling in her face. Yeah. So I'm like, even stuff like that, just like the idea of yelling Bar God, but yelling Bar God in his wife's face, like that just adds such a huge layer to the joke. You know what I mean?
For sure. But it is funny how it's transpired, and I've seen Pat be a big proponent of like, you know, everybody has always been like, oh, Pat, just do more of the bar stuff. Like, just bar out. We want to hear bars. And he's always like, shut the fuck up. He's like, the people that come up to me don't quote, like, I was riding on a fucking dinosaurs, like, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, eating your flesh and all that dumb shit. Like, they joke the fun shit, you know? And that's, Arcane, that's a hard name. That's what I quoted from this battle.
Of course, and you know I've had a similar thing. Like interestingly for me, I feel like it's almost the opposite, where like people are like, oh Twist, we only want to hear jokes from you, and I'm like, okay, and then I do all jokes, but by the time you get to the end of the third round, it's like the jokes have worn thin. Yeah, so people just aren't laughing.
And
the
like
same
your
way.
Tool scheme against Fresco, right?
Right.
That's like something that I heard, and I'm like, wow, that is like still fucking amazing.
Right. So it's like so the challenge for me was always finding a way to like work in bars, but in a way that fit my style. Like the fresco thing is like the best example because it's like the whole thing was a joke, but at the same time I had crazy bars.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wigger bars. That's something you gotta deal with. No matter how low you wear that hat, you can't hide from this real shit.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah. My lord.
Man, I did not realize how long ago this battle was. You could still talk about battle rappers not making music.
Yeah.
You could still talk about judge battles.
You could
still
say
call
that
someone.
word.
Yeah.
That's really crazy. Yeah, try saying that now, man.
Yeah.
You rub cocoa butter on your elbows. And calls his Irish girlfriend his ebony queen. And he's always asking me if I...
Hold on. He calls his Irish girlfriend his ebony queen.
Yes, Pat. Let's go. Let's fucking go. 2013.
Oh, man.
You rub cocoa butter on your elbows. And calls his Irish girlfriend his ebony queen. And he's always asking me if I have Vaseline because he says he has ashy knees. He gets made fun of for them big ass hats he wears, but he's too embarrassed not to because he says he has nappy hair. See, he thinks he's a black man. And excuse me for this angle, but it's kind of fucked up. Because you a slave to that chain, bro. I know, that's fucked up, but that's what boggles my brain though. Because I don't understand why Django don't want to let his chain go.
No way.
Holy shit. Holy fuck. Let's go. Let's go. My lord.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that line to me. That line to this audience comes across really tone deaf. But Pat being who he is, I really think he could have spit that on, like, if he was battling Arcane on Smack, like, crazy parallel universe scenario, he could have spit that line, and it would have killed.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that this crowd is so fucking white,
Yeah.
to use that line makes it look suspect, you know?
You're right. That's hella true, man.
I know, that's fucked up, but that's what boggles my brain, though. Because I don't understand why Django don't want to let his chain go. What?
It's still fucking hilarious. I don't care. It's still funny as fuck.
All right.
Hey, Django. Hey, if you pulled a name out his hat, it'd say Arcane. You're not black. If you check the tag in the back, it'd say shave your chin strap. I know he hates that shit. White is beautiful, Alex. Embrace that shit. Hey, I'll take who needs to grow the hell up and quit wearing that stupid hat so goddamn low for $300, Alex. What the fuck? Hell, you're 35 years old. No, you gotta grow up sometime, Arcane. Old wigger walking around thinking of punchlines all day.
What an amazing diss. You walk around thinking of punchlines. You could use that on any battle rap.
I know. That's fire. That's fucking fire.
Arcane? Old wigger walking around thinking of punchlines all day. Pumping Lose Yourself to the music and his buddy's Sunfire all day. Hat pulled down all low looking like a fucking umpire all day.
That's really good.
Yeah, that is fire.
Looking like a fucking umpire.
Yeah, he straight roasted him now.
Oh, man. This is like very borderline, but very funny.
Yeah, for real.
But enough of the roasting session. I'm gonna keep this shit wrapped. I got some shit that you need to hear, dog. I'm gonna feed you some facts. Your own city wants me to win tonight. There's a reason for that. I average twice the views per battle than you. There's a reason for that. I already know how much you got paid for this. We'll leave it at that. But I got 5 times more, and you're the champ. Dog, there's a reason for that. Bro.
That's crazy. That whole
that's
shit
a great
is fucking
angle.
amazing,
That's a great angle. And he switched out. He switched from so funny to so serious.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Let's run it back.
I average twice the views per battle than you. There's a reason for that. I already know how much you got paid for this. We'll leave it at that. But I got 5 times more, and you're the champ. Tug, there's a reason for that. Bro, think about it. Think about it, man. Seriously, I'm being dead serious with you. Every big international name, they feed them to Pat. You've been hopping through obstacles for the chain and winning Grand Prix. I've been kicking my feet up relaxed. See, what you lack as a battler, Alex, are natural talents that no one can teach you to have, and that's personality and charisma. And you have neither. You just rap. So spit them punchlines and wordplay schemes you gotta think about. I'll spit that shit you gotta go home, look in the mirror, and think about.
He's said that since, but that is the original.
Yeah, that's the original.
That's the original, and it's fucking fire.
And it could not have been used in a more perfect scenario, man. That's like fucking crazy.
Yeah. Incredible.
And it's like it's like not even like he's like really weaving it any like insane way. It's like so just like laid out, straightforward in your face. Fucking harsh, man.
Obstacles for the chain and winning Grand Prix. I've been kicking my feet up relaxed. See, what you lack as a battler, Alex, are natural talents that no one can teach you to have, and that's personality and charisma. And you have neither. You just rap. So spit them punchlines and wordplay schemes you gotta think about. I'll spit that shit you gotta go home, look in the mirror, and think about. I'll make this easy to figure out. Hold up, I'll make chill. I'll make this easy to figure out. You're old, you have no image, you're not marketable, and you'll always be that hard-working dude that nobody gives a shit about. Fuck a punchline, that shit's real. I can't imagine how that will feel. A happy meal to Ally McBeal, you just don't have the appeal. Oh, wait. But he just thinks he's so lyrical. So I figured only for fun, fuck it. I'ma show him how it's supposed to be done.
So that was Arcane's big slogan at the time.
Ready? I'm carnivorous. Carve into him with sharp instruments, artistic with the blade. I stick it so far in and start twisting so hard I rip out your heart on the tip of it. Godzilla, when I stomp through the streets, car alarms go off and lights start flickering. Darkness hits my arm swinging, I start flipping shit. A starfish swimming with a shark, you aren't fit for this.
This is nuts.
Wait, your arch nemesis better choose your words wisely and articulate. I don't care if you popped an oxymoron, don't get smart, idiot.
What a great line to just throw in the middle of that rhyme scheme.
Insane shit, Jesus Christ.
I don't care if you popped an oxymoron, don't try to get smart, idiot. And also, like, I love when Pat gets really Canadian. I mean, maybe it's just close to my heart, but that's like such a fucking Canadian thing to say. Don't try to get smart, idiot. You know?
Yeah, word,
like
okay.
Super Canadian.
Okay.
An oxymoron, don't get smart, idiot. It's clear that his head blew up on some Marge Simpson shit, but I'ma flip the script like Hitler at some bar mitzvah shit. I'm Pat Stay. Straight off the block like Tim Duncan. Stone Cold Steve Boston. Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. LL Cool Stay. Fresh Prince of the Dark Side, and King of the Dark Champ's about to be another nickname in the archives. Let's go!
Wow.
That round is so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, there's no down parts to that whole round. He had that fucking look in the mirror think about, and that's a fucking like goddamn home run, and then he ended it with that like insane scheme shit.
Yep.
Fuck. What round? Maybe the third.
I don't know. I mean, now I'm wondering.
Maybe it's
now
the
I'm
third.
wondering. Maybe it's just like the way it's aged. Pat's gonna come across 3-0, but let's see.
Yeah.
Round 2 is on Arcane.
Now that I'm back on top looking down, I see a lot of disloyal snakes in the grass. Some of the same spoiled, lame little brats that tried exploiting Kane in the past. My last opponent shit the bed. He left with a soiled stain in his path. Disaster was never the real king, more like a royal pain in the ass.
He's right there.
Yeah.
He's right there. Great.
That same
Nameless
night
is taking
battled
notes.
Math. Well, when it comes to bars, I'm the worst type of critic.
Yo, so I just gotta say, man, like, a lot of the things that I feel like Arcane's weak points are not having a good fucking hard, clever punchline to mix with it. All he really does is, like, sort of multi-stack bars. So it's him especially saying, I got, like, all that proved that Caustic was a deceitful, treacherous weasel. That's, like, not saying really much.
No, it's true.
And then also him pointing to Disaster and be like, all that proved was that he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he it's interesting because sometimes he does end with a hard punch.
Yeah, for real.
And then it's great, and then you appreciate how good all those multis were and how the rhymes come across really smooth, like with the Crooked Moves Bishop shit.
Yeah, word. Yeah, exactly. That shit's fire.
But yeah, but you're right. He just has these parts where he's doing the same thing, but then doesn't end on that big punch.
Yeah,
and it really hurts him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like the like what he's trying to do is basically be like, I'm calling that person out. Like I'm calling what everybody's thinking.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think
Diz is there. I'm gonna mention him.
Right.
But there's some like you could have said something else. Like I got the chain. I like something like that instead of like you are a pain in the butt.
I mean, I think it's also just like I think he's just rapping. I think part of it in his mind is like, you know, Pat's known for like joking and taking pauses,
and he's trying to rap.
He's just trying to out-rap him.
Word.
Yeah, so I think he's not trying to make everything a crazy punch.
Yeah. But
Pat was punching so heavy in this battle.
Yeah.
That it just it comes across like, you know, just little jabs.
Yeah. That's fair.
I see a lot of disloyal snakes in the grass. Some of the same spoiled, lame little brats that tried exploiting Kane in the past. My last opponent shit the bed. He left with a soiled stain in his path. Disaster was never the real king, more like a royal pain in the ass.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I mean, it's a bit of a punch. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm saying, like, it's not. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think he's not trying to make it like a crazy haymaker.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Same night you battled math. Well, when it comes to bars, I'm the worst type of critic. You said you ain't the wolf because your flow backwards? That's one of the first lines I'd edit. Didn't you say the same exact bars against Shoddy Horror? As if the world might forget it? Fuck, is you stupid? That wasn't even hot the first time you said it.
See, that's good. That's an example of him like being simple, but it's fucking dope.
Yeah,
you know?
Effective. It
that wasn't even hot the first time you said it.
That's fire as fuck.
Supposed to be the white knight that's here to save the day. To tell the truth, I ain't never really been amazed with Stay. You must be a vocational level student. I ain't saying he a straight fool, but since you had trouble with math, I guess we gonna have to take him to trade school. Hey, yo, Organic, you know this battle might hit a mill, right? So let's make sure these mics work. For blowing hot air, I'll send him to the HVAC in a white hearse. Fixes plumbing. You can find me with the ratchet when them pipes burst. No electrical technician, but when I'm spitting this shit is light work. You need to work on your construction. You got a couple little nice spurts, but you lacking the foundation principles to build a tight verse. I already signed a general contract to what your life's worth. You better run and get the foreman if I catch him on sight first.
Did he not say pipe burst in that whole thing? Maybe it's coming.
Wait, no.
Maybe he set it up with pipe burst?
I thought he just said pipe burst.
Got a couple little nice spurts, but you lacking the foundation principles to build a tight verse. I already signed a general contract to what your life's worth. You better run and get the foreman if I catch him on sight first.
Catch him on sight first.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect.
Let's go. So this is like putting Larry Bird versus Birdman Chris Anderson. Y'all can consider me one of the gods. I'm part of the new pantheon. I'll shit on any rapper regardless of who's champion. I got the soul of an underdog but the heart of a true champion. I deliver straight punches. See, I focus my craft. Pat, you're like a wrestler. You flex and get loud like someone's holding you back. You throwing haymakers that don't connect, then you go for the trap. Throwing a couple of low blows and the crowd overreacts. Well, yo, I got more second-round knockouts than Iron Mike, and I'm snapping that.
They're saying he did say pipers. It must have been in the beginning of the scheme.
They persecuted me in the press, but I ain't never backing down. You thought those Zab Judah jabs would have me tapping out? It's looking like I may weather the storm and murder the whole pack again.
I'm trying to get the double meaning. the whole Pacquiao.
Murder the whole pack of y'all.
Oh.
But, yeah. Yeah, it's a stretch.
Yo, so what you looking at right here is grown man bars versus schoolyard jokes. Look at the proof, kid. The truth is that you not dope. In your last few battles, you barely had a few hard quotes, so all y'all judges better be real about who y'all vote. This ain't Patrick's Day. With bars that sloppy, this ain't Patrick's Day. Slow that down. I said with bars that sloppy, it's St. Patrick's Day. Yo.
I love that line.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
That's super dope. It is super dope.
It's like, slow it down. The bar's that sloppy. This St. Patrick's Day.
That is tight.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Hell yeah, Kane.
Yeah, let's go.
We had a few hard quotes, so all y'all judges better be real about who y'all vote. This ain't Patrick's Day. With bars that sloppy, this ain't Patrick's Day. Slow that down. I said with bars that sloppy, it's St. Patrick's Day. Yo.
That's fucking amazing. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yo. Hold on. Hold on. Listen. Yo. I said this ain't Patrick's Day. With bars that sloppy, this ain't Patrick's Day. If you slow it down, when the bar's that sloppy, it's St. Patrick's Day. You don't want to see Kane with that ratchet spray, a clutch shooter, and I'm good with the heat from long range like Shane Battier. Yo, so after Pat's done taking his loss, I know the failure will haunt him. All his hopes and his dreams about to be derailed and forgotten. You should have known you can't prevail. I'm a marksman. It's round 2, Pat's through, but I'll be back to put the nail in his coffin. Let's go!
I'm gonna be really curious to see what my breakdown was in the end, because right now I actually have Pat 2-0.
Yeah, me too.
And I feel like maybe in the heat of the moment I gave that second round to Arcane off the strength of the St. Patrick's Day bar, because I remember really liking that line. It came close to the end of the round.
Yeah.
Pat was like, I mean, I think his jokes were funny, but was a little weaker than his usual in the beginning of that second round. Although the ending, really the second half was just pure fire.
Yeah, the Django stuff was kind of weak, but the second half was like fucking insane.
Yeah. So,
yo, Arcane has been chewing gum this whole battle. How do you rap and chew gum at the same time?
He chews gum in every battle, all battle. I think it's cool as hell.
That's like but
it makes him look like super casual. You're like, whatever, I'm up here chewing gum. Fuck you.
I know a lot of actors oftentimes will find to eat stuff because when you're chewing stuff it accentuates your jawline.
Yeah.
But man, that always bothers me because I always think the gum is gonna spit out.
Yeah.
Like at any second I'm like,
right.
ugh. And then Pesci did the famous he was chewing gum and he's like, and spit it out.
I love that.
I forgot what battle that was.
It's him versus Mischief.
Oh yeah.
I love that battle. I watched it a lot of times.
Me too.
So I remember it's like, and they all got records like the Bengals from Cincy.
Yeah, man. Pesci's run in the Grand Prix is one of my favorites.
Oh,
man.
dude,
he beat fucking
so
Mischief,
good.
Psycho. Paul Rich was really good.
Yeah.
And then I love his battle with Arcane.
I haven't seen that battle in a long time.
Dude, it's so fucking good to this day, man.
Yeah.
So fucking good. I'll put you in a box with pills for the rest of the week. Oh, fuck. Oh, look, I remember I included this because he's talking to Diz.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up, too.
Right, because Pat's whole thing was he told Organic he would only go for the chain if he could pick who he would battle next. And he wanted to battle Diz for it, which I think is Pat wanted to battle Diz and then knew that he could give more meaning to the battle because people were mad that Arcane had got the win over Diz for the chain. So it was a good move for Pat to look like he was restoring order by giving the guy who they thought should be the champ another shot at the chain, which he wouldn't have gotten otherwise because it was so close to when he lost it.
Yeah.
But also Pat just wanted to battle Diz and kind of built this good storyline around it.
Yeah.
But then also made himself kind of the hero in the battle because of course Canadians all wanted to see him keep the chain.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very shrewd move on Pat's part, I thought.
I'm gonna fuck you up, too. I'm gonna fuck you up. I didn't even like this. I'll show you what's up.
You should probably do it. Did you hear all like? I left that in for you guys, man. Him and Diz talking, and he's like, we should probably do it in Cali. Listen,
I'll show you what's up. We should probably do it in Cali.
Oh, but they didn't. They did it right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck him up. You know that.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
That's all I'm saying.
Yo, cheers, man.
Look at that sportsmanship.
All right, y'all ready?
Makes me feel patriotic.
Give it up. All right? Y'all listening? I appreciate the love. Your crew's a bunch of suckers. Want to be tough boys, a gang of old Catholic priests. Bunch of fuck boys.
I love that line. So good.
Plus, how he's delivering it too is so fucking awesome.
Fuck boys. And what I love about it too is it's kind of a callback to an earlier line that I also love that he did against Bartone. And he said something like, "I'm not scared of no motherfuckers. Your crew's like Halloween in the ghetto. Just a bunch of suckers." So when he does the setup, your crew's a bunch of suckers. It's like a callback.
Yeah.
That earlier
That's tight as
punchline.
fuck. Hell yeah.
So good.
All right, y'all ready though? Give it up. All right? Y'all listening? I appreciate the love. Your crew's a bunch of suckers. Want to be tough boys, a gang of old Catholic priests. Bunch of fuck boys. Like if I smacked you, what could your friends say? If I smacked him, what could his friends say? The pussy, period. They overreact or get an attitude, I'll set his men straight.
Set his men straight.
So I want to point
great.
out something that happened here. It's and I noticed it when I was editing. So he's like, if I smacked him, what would his friend say? And that's his manager.
Yeah.
And he goes, try it. But he like says it out of try it. And then Pat kind of gets pissed. He's like, don't fucking talk.
Yeah.
Bunch of fuck
And then
boys.
also remember that because Pat says something to him at the end of the battle.
Oh, wow.
That references that after the battle gets done.
Like if I smacked you, what could your friends say? If I smacked him, what could his friends say? The pussy, period. They overreact or get an attitude, I'll set his men straight. Don't fucking talk to my shit. Straight up. I'm a tank in this bitch. Only thing lanky's my dick. Sometimes I get it tangled around my ankle and trip. Only time he'd be strapped with a magnum is if he was banging a chick, but even that's far-fetched, because Lord knows it'd be baggy as shit. But he loves talking about guns, hey. We know he'd just be fronting. Because no dudes co-sign that shit like breast reductions.
That's amazing. Look.
I'll co-sign that if a
Right.
girl's back is being, if
Right.
a woman's, back is
Right.
being impaired by her
Yes.
large chest. I would co-sign that very
and look,
much.
I'm not paying for it. I'm just co-signing them alone.
Yeah,
You know
word.
what I mean?
Go for it. Get out there. Get it.
Wait. Straight up, son. Hey, wait. Never shot a gun in his life. That's why I hate these battle rappers. But since you're a nerd, I'll use basic mathematics to break you down to a fraction. Check it out. Your trigonometry isn't cosine. Triangles that have some shape. You're obtuse. If you just use the right angles, you'll be straight. Now, I know this geometry rap's probably whack and I sound like a huge lame, bro, but come on, you gotta admit, to a certain degree, it's a cute angle.
What I love about that is, like, it is pretty corny, but then he gets away with it because he's like, yeah, I know it's pretty corny.
Yeah, but it's a cute angle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
word.
on.
Yeah, he sold it really
Come
good.
on.
At first, when he was doing it, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did sell it well.
It's a cute angle. Is it like that?
Why is Lush holding up his bandana?
Wait, what?
What the fuck, Lush? Look what I brought. Look at this. God, Lush is the best, man.
Incredible. Someone says they're from Ethiopia.
Oh yeah, shout out Dagum.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Acting like he's about to grab a knife and slice my throat. Oh, stop it, Alexander. You're the nicest guy I know. But when I say that shit is believable, that's what the difference is. Because I'll fire this can and smoke this bitch in the face like disaster throwing a hissy fit. But wait, I'm gonna get real on him, for real. But understand, I was Pat Stay before I was Pat Stay. That's why I'm so respected. It's more than a rap name. I could go on and on about old war stories, but that's lame, because when you've actually lived that life, you don't glorify that phase. But I'll tell you right now, boy, if you was around, you wouldn't even last a sec. I done tied up suckers like you and beat them half to death. Wrap my hands around your neck till you make Scott Jackson sound effects and slam you just for impersonating a life you think's cool that stole half my friends.
Wow. Wow. Oh, man.
I'm gonna run that back. I said, wrap my hands around your neck till you make Scott Jackson sound effects and slam you just for impersonating a life you think's cool that stole half my friends. So quit lying about that life, because I really mean that shit. Quit rapping about someone getting shot, because I really seen that shit. Close range, my man caught a bullet, he had to eat that shit. Then dig it out himself with a knife, he really bleeds that shit. That's why I don't condone that life and I don't act like my steel be clapping. But that chokeslam shit, dog, that could really happen. Yeah.
That's so
Pat
good.
is like, Pat's really good at using his size to an advantage, like not too much, but just in the right way. And it's like, yeah, he could choke slam Arcane, like he could, you know. So yeah, and he just like, he doesn't overplay it. He just puts it in those perfect moments to remind you, like, hey, I'm 6'6" and big as shit.
Yeah, that's on point, man.
Yeah.
Man, he did that so fucking well, dude.
Yeah.
Bitch! What you know about living in the hood? Wanna fuck around with me? Man, I wish a wigger would. And to speak to y'all, yeah, I used to hit that Pepsi can. But God I used to hit that Pepsi can. But God gave me a second chance. God gave me a second chance. And my fucked up life experiences are what made me become a better man. If you were from where I'm from, you would understand. And I swear I would never touch them drugs again. But I guess tonight my old life seemed to come in hand, because I just cocaine and smoked them, and now I'm the fucking champ. Let's go!
Oh, man.
Man, definitely had the crowd on the side, man.
He did, for sure. But I think that, that round, maybe this was the round I ended up giving
I
Arcane,
could see that.
That round was not
Kinda
as strong as his first
lighter
two.
than his other two, for sure. But yeah, he definitely
Big ending, though. Big
ended
ending,
on the high note that everybody wants and that will leave you, you know, like...
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, I could see that.
Yo, listen up. Pat was just talking some real shit. So rest in peace to your dead homies. And rest in peace to my homies that died over the years. Whether it was murders or suicides, I ain't one to cry over spilt beers. That's why your size don't intimidate me, Pat. I'm just trying to make this real clear. I've been through bigger disasters than Bashir in my life, and I'm still here.
Man, that was great. And as a rebuttal...
Yo.
That was dope as fuck.
And look at the size of this motherfucker. Yo, Pat, you tall enough to be playing ball. You should have been wearing them hoops out. Instead, homeboy got his ears pierced. He said, fuck it, I'm wearing my hoops out.
Yes.
Really good. Really good.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yo. Now this gorilla growing so much hair on his shoulders, I bet his knuckles drag. I thought your boy Hollowhand had the juice. Looks like you stole it from his duffel bag. Yo, I gotta say, poking all that diesel in your veins, you probably lactate gas. But when it comes to bars, I'm way above Pat Stay's class. You can't handle heavy bars. That's why you brought Hollowhand here to spot you. He be squatting over top of Pat's face like, come on, brother, I got
you. Yes.
That's good.
And so far, he's killing this round.
Yeah. He might win this round.
Yo, Yo, and you think that shit's fresh? I don't know if you really qualified, Duke. This meathead reminds me of a genetically modified fruit. See, you might be bigger on the outside, but you ain't packing no juice. So how's this fruit pumped full of steroids, but on the label, organic produce? I said this meathead remind me of a genetically modified fruit. He might be bigger on the outside, but you ain't packing no juice. So how's this fruit pumped full of steroids, but on the label, organic produce? See, you sit on the shelf all year. So the Jolly Green Giant should have the sharpest lines. Compare apples to oranges, your opponents all hand-picked like market signs. So start with trying to cultivate some smarter rhymes. How are you supposed to be top-seeded when I'm the one that plowed through the field like it's harvest time?
That was a really good scheme. That was a great scheme, actually. Oh, I see.
Yo, hold up,
I see.
Hold up. Yo. All y'all booing, man, that's why you remind me of the Canadian version of Diz. Organic put you in a major position. This company gave you a huge boost. Just look at the names he was given. And now you're just trying to use your popularity to sway the decision or make a commission off politics and favoritism? Well, if that's the case, I just want to say shout out to Organic and all the promotion he's done. Putting me and Patrick in this final matchup, that's an appropriate one. So now I'm just putting the finishing touches on him like an upholstery gun, because world domination wouldn't be complete if I didn't show him how it's done. Check this out. Check this out. They say, yo, check it. Check it.
We're checking
it.
Yeah.
They say heavy is the head that wears the crown. With each chain, a gift and a curse was given. Now I can't escape these bars. It's like I was meant to work in prison, battling for stacks. Got me seeing green. I went to thermal vision, but now my worst addiction is back, and I sense a murder victim. Clap. After the first incision, I left him in a worse condition. So if I pop off, it'll take his top off like a circumcision. I'll have him in that. Yo. I'll have him sprawled out in that curve.
More dick bars. Let's go.
Position, permagrin until he's squirting twitch, and I'm shutting down his fucking central nervous system. Yo, my circuit's glitching. My mind frame is disturbed and twisted. So try Kane, the consequences worse than getting burnt for piff in a Turkish prison. I'll serve him with the migraine that slice cranial surfaces with word precision like titanium broadswords piercing them. My bar's more furious, a hardcore lyricist. So fuck Norbs or whoever said I ain't take the art form serious. You reppin' dark side? Yo, you rep the dark side? All right, let's go. Let's go. That's right. That's right. I said fuck Norbs and whoever said I ain't take the art form serious. You reppin' dark side? Pat, you play with Star Wars characters. You from Dartmouth. I put holes in them like dartboards, period. So yo, now you watching your chance for winning this chain gradually dissolve. But you never really had a chance, cause see, my strategy's evolved. I told the battle scene that casualties would fall, so I'ma leave his wig perm like Big Worm, there's principalities involved. Yo, playing with my money's like playing with my emotions. And Pat's an emo bitch. Thought you could take Arcane's chain on some Debo shit? I'd say stay sucker free, but that slogan's getting washed the fuck out. I'd rather do him like Craig did Debo and tell him you just got knocked the fuck out.
I mean, it's a strong ending. I think that's it, right? Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I still give Pat the 3-0. Because Arcane had a bit of a stumble there, and then also he did this weird thing where when he did the show him how it's supposed to be done, I felt like he was trying to do one of Pat Styles a little bit, which was like, because before when he would do the how it's supposed to be done, he'd do like a big scheme usually.
Yeah.
But that time he was just doing multis.
Yeah.
So I think it was like trying to do how Pat does sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think that actually really took away from his verse. I think he should have stuck with just trying to do like bars and like put a couple more schemes in there or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
But he sort of like went with something that he's not bad at, but it's not like the most impactful thing that he does.
Yeah.
And to do it in the third round of a title match, I think like
it's risky for sure, because you know that's like one of his marquee things he does is like show him how it's supposed to be done. He usually kills it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
knocks
exactly.
it out of the park, and everybody's like, oh fuck, he's murdering this shit. I will say what I do really like that Arcane implemented in his new style, and he stopped doing after his battle with Bender, was the true story shit. I'm really glad he moved away from that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because I remember that, and it's honestly not probably his fault. It's like something that he probably did, and it was really effective once.
Yeah.
And I know battlers get pigeonholed into something like that. They're like, but you do that all the time.
Right.
That's why I want to watch
thing,
you,
man.
Yeah, do a Showtime, do a fucking Strapped In. You have to do
yeah.
it. You have to. You know you do.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, I really and it's like the pressure, I'm sure, is crazy, because it's like I have to do that thing that it's like maybe I just wrote and I thought it was dope one time. I have to like outright that every time and make it better every time. That's probably what he felt with that. Like that showed how it's supposed to be done. He was probably like, fuck, you know, and the shit was good there. Another thing that I kind of have to say about Arcane is that the yo's kind of got a little hurtful in the
interesting,
because it was like breaking it up too much.
Right.
It was like every time he did that, to me, it felt like a long pause, you know?
Yeah, and especially against Pat takes such like comfortable pauses.
Yeah.
Where it seems like maybe it even isn't all the time, but if not, he's good at playing it off as an intentional pause. You know, it's just like, oh, I'm just posing.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like saying something to Diz, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So against Pat, like it just highlights that even more. You know?
Yeah. I'd give it 3-0. I mean, that last round I could make an argument for Arcane. He knocked it out of the park with the ending.
Yep.
That was definitely one of Pat's weaker rounds, but I definitely think Pat took this pretty comfortably, and he said some of his best shit to Arcane.
Yeah.
Not his best shit, but I think that's some of the best shit I've heard anybody say to Arcane.
It's Arcane for sure, and it was like a great moment for Pat to battle Arcane and come with the approach that he did.
Yeah.
Because he could just like talk to him.
Yeah,
to use the vernacular.
Yeah.
And it worked great, and that's a great angle for Pat, because the thing with Pat is like he, I mean, I think he's really just in his pocket now.
Yeah.
But some places where he's like, and I don't think he's ever had like a bad battle, but some places where he's had like an A- instead of an A+ battle is when like he doesn't, like he has his jokes and then he has his bars, but then he doesn't quite know like what else to add into the mix, because there's no like really good angle to take on the guy.
Yeah.
But this one he had such a clear angle and just like made the absolute most use possible of it.
Yeah. Yep. That's highly true.
Yeah.
Arcane versus Pat Stay, title match, World Dom 4. Arcane lost the title to Pat Stay, and Pat Stay ended up going on to defend the title more times than anybody has.
Yeah. So he defended against Diz.
Yeah,
he defended against Daylight. Was that right after?
Yep.
He defended against who else?
Shit. I think there's
there
one
was
other
definitely
person.
one more.
It wasn't fuck. Diz, Daylight.
Who else did he battle for the chain?
Fuck. Let's see.
Because Ilmac is when he lost it.
Yeah, he lost it to Ilmac. Shit, I don't know. But I know he defended it like...
one more for sure.
Yeah.
Who was the other battle? I'm sure I probably judged it too. Who the hell was it against?
Maybe it was just
Sharon.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. Blackout 5. Yeah.
I didn't actually judge it, which is great.
Yeah.
Because that was a hard one to judge.
Shout out Pat for doing that, man. That's like definitely something to be said. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
you were a title holder, you know the pressure that comes along with that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, yeah, and there's a big underdog effect in title matches more so than in any other kind of battle. And I think that it speaks to like fucking good Pat is, and also how incredible he is at crowd control.
Yeah.
That he and also like tailoring his material to fit the situation so perfectly.
Yeah.
That it always felt like whoever was facing Pat had an uphill battle, when in almost any other situation, the challenger actually has a big advantage over the champion, because people just want to see a new champion.
Yeah.
But I think Pat had it for like well over a year. Yeah. Maybe even 2 years.
Yeah, he had it for a minute, and he faced like some of the toughest competition. You know, of course, every title match there's tough competition, but you know, Diz, Daylight, Sharon is a big one too, because I know that Sharon was the people's champ for a while, and that was the two. Sharon made
that was the match people wanted to see.
Yeah, there was a heavy campaign for the two, and winning that was like even more crazy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, dope battle. Shout out Kid Twist. Go see Bodied. Amazing fucking movie. Support the culture.
Yep. On YouTube, November 28th.
Hell yeah.
In select theaters right now, check bodymovie.com for showtimes.
All right, guys. Signing off. Thanks for tuning in. Going to be in London. Hopefully doing live watches for the next couple days, so tune in whenever you can. Hopefully I'll have the London Has Who's and battlers and battle rap personalities on watch, and there might be a chance that I can't do them live because I don't know how dependable the internet is out there. So if they're not live, I'll be uploading them and premiering them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Watch this little video and have a good night.
Trust none of these bitches, nigga, all fact. We really running up them